Okay, so today I'm after getting a package from Bangood. One of the last videos I did a video on grinding the chuck jaws on the lathe, and I just got, I got it last, I don't know, maybe October or something, imported from the States. It's supposed to be the daddy of all cameras, especially for doing this sort of YouTube stuff. Turned out to be a disaster. I basically lost nearly all the recording on it. Didn't lose it, but the quality was just, you could not use it. It was a disaster. Got onto them, no great joy. Got a phone number, rang them. Long story, no real joy. I could send it back if I wanted to, and they would look at it. Fuck that. So dumped it in the skip out there. Even though it cost me, I suppose total, a little out of maybe €400. Was cheesed off, of course, about it. And I made some comment that a person would be better off with a cheap Chinese thing. So one of my buddies, famous Jerry, wasn't happy with the comment, and he actually fished it out of the skip. That's a few weeks back. And still hasn't managed to get any kind of decent quality. He reckons he's getting reasonable enough quality from the picture, but the audio is just terrible. So just to wind him up, I went looking online, and one of the main things I need an external microphone system. What I use on this is one of these. I got a new kit of these. This is it, for €9. That was off an eBay site, and it came very quick, which is unusual on them cheap eBay things. But it came. There's this part, and there is another part there somewhere that plugs into your camera. It was a headset microphone and a lapel microphone, which is stuck in here. That's Jesus, come out of it. That one came with it as well. Same kind of a kit as I'm using on this. So on the Gearbest site, there were three. There was one particular one. It would be somewhere around 60, just over €60, and that was very interesting. External microphone, all that sort of thing. Of the three, two were out of stock, and every time I tried to purchase the third one, he kept telling me it would not ship to Ireland. Now I'd order other stuff off them, and there's no problem coming to Ireland. So I don't know what went wrong. I went over to Bangood site, and this one was about the only one at a reasonable price. But well, I mean, you'd pay a little over €100 for something that would take an external mic and stuff. And I thought, we'll keep it cheap. As I say, mainly to wind Jerry up. So this arrived in a box, in a plastic bag. The noise in the background, if you're picking it up, we're at the tail end of an Atlantic storm. We get loads of these every winter, and it's banging hell out of the doors and stuff. It's probably up around 70 odd mile an hour. But that's the type of weather we get here this time of the year. So I've just pulled this thing out and I've had a look. Well, the external microphone was a question, because you get a list of everything that's in the package. No mention of the microphone, but it says it takes an external microphone. That's fine, and I'm going to worry about the microphone. When I open the box, the first thing I see, and actually in the questions and answers part down at the end, somebody had asked about the mic, and somebody else said they hadn't got a mic. and Mr. Bangood said, yes, it's in the box. So Mr. Bangood is not lying. There is a microphone in the there's a lapel microphone in it. It's Chinese and plastic, Jesus. That shit, Houston. It's a 2.5. And these are 3.5 TRs. Yeah, they're fucking on all over the place. We can get over that, it's not a major problem. I probably have connectors there somewhere. And I'm going to worry about that part of it. Okay, so the small issue with the microphone, to fit what I'm using, I mean, it will fit this guy. I'll get over that, and I'm going to worry about it. And remote control and a spare battery for the remote control, and a whole pile of Velcro stuff, and Jesus, there's all kinds of things in there. You can put it on your bicycle and that sort of stuff. I'm not interested in. I'm just interested in the camera itself. Now I see somewhere it's good to 20 meters or something like that. Waterproof up to 30 meters. Yeah. And I'm fucking John Wayne. I don't need it for going in underwater anyhow. That's right. Let's see. Some holding. All right. Okay. Press that. Pull that. Jeez, it's tight. The fuck do you get it open? That was a tight seal. It may very well be go down to 30 meters. That seal was tight. Okay. Okay, it's a bit smaller than what I was expecting. How the fuck does that thing work? Oh yeah, okay. It may well be good to 30 meters, I don't know. Somebody else can be trying that out. Oh Jesus. And there's no instructions as to what button does what. That's power by the looks of it. M, I presume, is menu. And I presume the other guy is the fire button. Now, this is going to take me a bit of time to check this out. So what I'll do, I'll cut this off. I get this sorted. I will have to work on this to see if I can get that part of it working. And I'll take some shots. 4K, that is 1080p. So I don't know if I can actually mix 1080p into 4K or vice versa. So what I might do is put up a second part 2 video and we'll see what this thing is like. I mean, at the price you can't expect a whole pile. But at least if it's not all white, and if you can get audio on it, it's going to be a hell of a lot better than €400 worth of stuff. Best I can remember, was $45 including carriage, so you know, 37, 38 euro. If it does anything, you couldn't argue with it. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm still waiting the particular two that were out of stock in Bangood. Either one of those. Now, one of those is a bit expensive, but it's got a good CMOS and stuff in it. You know, I'd look at that. Remote control. Well, we'll see. Okay, look, we'll see what happens. Okay, so I am now using this Bangood camera. It's an iMars M80. Even though on the box it doesn't say that, it just says action camera. Box is probably in the skip at this stage. So I'm messing around with it for a day or two. Quality can be good. Now outdoors works very good. Where you have light, right around you. But in here, because you have light coming from just various angles, comes from the roof lights, not the actual lights, but the panels on the roof, lets the daylight in, can affect it. The door, especially if that small door is open, and there's a big window on this side, you get a problem whereby your light colours go very light, your dark colours go extremely dark, and it doesn't settle itself. Now if you're taking still photographs with it, you have adjustments in the menu, but not for the video, unfortunately. Yeah, great outdoor, had it in the van. Bit of a problem in 4K. I reckon, I'm almost certain I put money on it, it's down to the card. The card I'm using is an old card. It came with the Samsung phone when I got it back in 2011. I don't think it's any way capable. I think that's where about every 30 seconds or so you lose about a second, and then it's dodgy for a second, and then it goes okay again, same thing. And I think that's all down to the card isn't accepting the writing fast enough. Using it in here, the light just plays hell with it. Even though we haven't had any sunlight or more talking about it because we've been having dodgy weather over the last week or so again. It's just the balance, it doesn't sort itself out. Like I said, it's an action camera, it's designed for outdoors, but at the price, $45 in euros divided by say 36, maybe 37 euro. Fantastic value for money. I'm using the cheap Chinese radio mic, the €9 job I got, and all I did was I just snipped the TR end off the microphone that came with the camera, which plugs into the camera, shoehorned that into the receiver part of the radio mic, plugs it into the camera, and it works pretty good. I've had no issues with the audio on it at all. It's just working it indoors, especially someplace like this where the light can be dodgy, where its light is coming from and stuff. That can just play hell with it. But still, if you get it set up right and the light is okay, it's good quality. I reckon it's very good for the price. I'm still going to keep looking to see what is the best type of camera for this sort of thing. If I'm trying to do something up close at the lid or something, I was messing with it there the other day and I had a light over the lid on, and the quality was all over the place really. Knocked the light off, then it was fine, it was good. But then I was hardly able to see what I was doing. But yeah, if you want an outdoor action camera, it's very good for that. Like I say, when the light is universal right around you, you have no issues. But when all your light is coming from one or two areas, like I have the doors there on the southern end, and then on the eastern corner over there is a big window, and that can affect it. It doesn't correct it. The phone camera that I use, that sort of corrects that. Well, it does a hell of a lot more than this thing. That's the only issue I have with it. It is a camera I'll hold on to. I must get a proper card for 4K videos. That will sort that out. It'll work as a dash cam or you know, I'll definitely find uses for it, like especially any outdoor thing. It's absolutely perfect for it. Indoors I can have issues, that's all I can say about it, and that's all down to light. You probably need a camera that's designed for that, because you don't have the issue outdoors with it. And yeah, the remote control works as well. So what I'll do is I'll just give a quick pan around, and as I rotate around you'll see how the fucking everything light can affect it. So as I move around to that corner, I'll take no notes of all the rubbish and shite that's around here. But there, the window, and it's not sunlight that's out there. As you can see the way it flares the whole place up. And you come around by the fuel tank and the lid, and sort of back again. So that's it as a camera. I'm happy with it. The results. It has shown up the thing I spent all the money for. That thing I spent all the money for. There was a major problem in here. Everything was coming up white and a disaster. So next research I'm doing is I'm going to look at people, see what people are actually using on their YouTube videos, and just not listen to some gobshite. There's a lot of fucking technical shite about something that's supposed to be what it absolutely is not. So that's it. You can see for yourself. Make your own mind up on it. I'll say again, yes, it is value for money. Especially if you want to do something out there, outdoors, it's very good. And, you know, if somebody wants to see what outdoor stuff is like, just leave a comment down below, and I'll stick something up again. I'll do a bit of outdoor stuff with it. So that's it, guys. Have fun.